Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve the 8th and 9th question from 058043 extended paper from October-November 2024. Now the 8th question is from statistics topic. Guillaume measures the speed of each of 100 cars. The results are as shown in the table. Guillaume draws a pie chart for this data. Calculate the angle for the interval 45 to 50. So here the data has been given that Guillaume has measured the speed of 100 cars each, and this is what was his conclusion. That is, there were 15 cars which were running with the speed of 30 to 40, 20 cars running with the speed of 40 to 45, and so on. After taking this data, he drew a pie chart. So we need to find out what will be the angle covered by this interval in the pie chart. So pie chart is just a circle where you're going to make some sectors depending on the data given. So maybe this part of the data takes larger amount of the circle or smaller amount of the circle. So to find out the angle made by this interval, we are going to make use of a formula. Angle equal to frequency of the given interval over the total frequency of the cars times 360 degrees. Now the frequency of the given interval 45 to 50 is 35. Total frequency is the total number of cars, which is 100. And since we are considering the pie chart, which is a circle, its total angle is going to be 360 degrees. So here we have written 35 over 100 times 360. So let us see what value this gives us. So this is going to give us the value as 126 degrees. So this interval takes up 126 degrees out of 360 degrees in the pie chart. Now moving on to the next sub question. Calculate an estimate of the mean speed. So here we need to make use of the formula for mean, which is mean is equal to sum of fx over sum of f, where f represents the frequency of each interval and x represents the midpoint of the intervals. So here we have taken the first interval. So the frequency of the first interval is 15 times the midpoint of this interval is 35. To find out the midpoint, you can add the lower limit, that is 30, with the upper limit, which is 40. So 30 plus 40 will give you 70, and you have to divide it by 2, giving you 35, plus now the second interval. So the frequency is 20 times the midpoint of 40 to 45 is 42.5, plus frequency of the third interval is 35 times the midpoint of this interval is 47.5, plus 30 times the midpoint of this interval is 60. Divided by the total frequency, that is total number of cars, was 100. Now let us see what value this gives us. So this is going to give us the value as 387 over 8, or in decimals it is going to be 48.375. So this is the estimate of the mean speed. So this is our answer. Complete the histogram to show the data in the table. So this is the histogram which has been given. So on the y-axis, we can see the frequency density is given, and on the x-axis, the speed is given. So we have reconsidered the table for easy reference over here. Now we have to convert the given data, that is frequency and the class width, in terms of frequency density. So we have the formula relating the frequency density to the frequency and the class width as frequency density is equal to frequency over the class width. Now frequency, we have it with us, but to find out the class width, we have to do the upper limit minus the lower limit. So for the first one, let me show it over here on the calculator. So the frequency density for the first interval is going to be the frequency, which is 15, divided by the class width. So the class width is going to be the upper limit, that is 40, minus the lower limit, that is 30. So this is going to give us the frequency density as 3 over 2, or in decimals it is going to be 1.5. So using the same formula, we have found out the frequency density of the second, third and fourth interval. Let me show you for the second interval as well how to find out the frequency density. So for the second interval, we have the frequency as 20 over the class width is going to be the upper limit, that is 45, minus the lower limit, which is 40. So this is going to give us the frequency density as 4. So using this formula, find out the frequency density of the rest two intervals. So here we have got it as 7 and 1.5. Now once we have got the frequency density, we have to just complete the histogram. So let us start with the first interval, that is 30 to 40. The frequency density is 1.5. So here between 1 and 2 we have 5 intervals. So let us do it this way. Between 1 and 2 the difference is 1, that is 2 minus 1 is 1. There are 5 small divisions. So for one block there are 5 small divisions, then for one small division, what is the value going to be? So here we are going to cross multiply, that is 1 multiplies with 1 and gets divided by 5. So it is going to be 1 over 5, which is going to be 0.2, which means each small division is going to be 0.2. So here, since we have got 1.5, let us start with 1. So it is going to be 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 and 2. So 1.5 comes somewhere between 1.4 and 1.6. So it will be over here. So here we have represented the interval for 30 to 40. That is the frequency density at 1.5. Now the second interval they have already shown, which is at 4. Now the third interval is at 7. So it should be coming over here. And that is for the interval 45 to 50. So it will be over here. This is 45, exactly between 40 to 50. So from 45 to 50, the frequency density is 7. So here for the class interval between 45 to 50, we have drawn the frequency density till 7. And for the last interval, that is 50 to 70, the frequency density was at 1.5. So we have shown it over here. So this represents the histogram for the given data. Now moving on to the 9th question. Now the 9th question is from probability. A bag contains 5 white balls and 3 black balls. Marwan picks a ball from the bag at random and then replaces it. Find the probability that the ball is white. So here we have been given that there are total 8 balls, that is 5 plus 3. And out of that, Marwan is going to pick a ball which is white in color. And since we have 5 white balls, the probability is going to be 5 out of 8. That is 5 white balls out of total 8 balls. So here the answer is 5 over 8. Now moving on to the next question. Naomi picks a ball from the bag at random and then replaces it. She repeats this 120 times. Find the number of times the ball is expected to be white. Now here we have found out that the probability that the ball is going to be white is 5 over 8. And Naomi is repeating it 120 times. Which means we have to multiply this probability with the number of times the event is being repeated. So 5 over 8 times 120, and this is going to give us the answer as 75. So the number of times she might get the white ball is 75 out of 120. Oscar picks a ball from the bag at random. He replaces it and then picks a second ball from the bag at random. Find the probability that the balls are the same color. So we know that in the bag there were 2 colored balls, that is white and black. So let's say that Oscar is going to pick the white ball first and then he again puts it in the bag and again picks another ball which turns out white. So here we have to find out the probability that the balls are of the same color. So here we can write, let's say that the probability that the balls are of the same color, be P of C, is equal to probability of getting a white ball at the first pick followed by a white ball at the second pick, or we can also say that probability of getting the black ball first and in the second pick also getting the black ball next. So here, since we have considered OR, it's going to be an addition, and since we had got the probability of getting a white ball as 5 over 8, the probability of getting black ball is going to become 3 over 8. So here we have written probability of getting a white, that is 5 over 8 at the first pick, followed by the white ball at the second pick. So 5 over 8 times 5 over 8 plus probability of getting a black ball first, that is 3 over 8, followed by getting the black ball in the second pick, that is 3 over 8. So let us see what value this gives us. So this is going to give us the value as 17 over 32. So the probability that the balls are of the same color is 17 over 32. Now in the second sub question, find the probability that the balls are not the same color. So we can make use of a formula here. Probability that the balls are of the same color plus probability that the balls are not of the same color is equal to 1. So here, since we need to find out the probability that the balls are not of the same color, we will keep it as it is and we are going to send P of C on the right hand side. So the formula becomes P of C dash is equal to 1 minus P of C. And we have already got P of C value, that is 17 over 32. So here we have written 1 minus 17 over 32. So let us see what value this gives us. So this is going to give us the value as 15 over 32. Now moving on to the C sub question. Priya picks 3 of the 8 balls from the bag at random without replacement. Find the probability that she picks 2 white balls and 1 black ball. So here we can make 3 combinations. She can pick the white ball first, followed by a white ball, and the third pick will be the black ball. So this could be the first combination, or it could be the black ball first, followed by 2 white balls, or the third combination can be she picks up white ball first, then a black ball, and then followed by a white ball. So these 3 combinations are possible out of the total 8 balls. So here, since we have written OR and OR, it's going to be an addition again. And here we have written the respective probabilities. Starting with the first one, that is probability of getting a white. White, there are total of 5, so it becomes 5 over 8 times. Again we have a white ball. Now since we have already picked up 1 ball over here, the total number of white balls are going to reduce by 1. So it becomes 4. And the same thing happens for the total number of balls, because she has already took the ball and she is not going to replace it. So total number of balls is also going to reduce by 1. So here we get 4 over 7 times. Now third ball is going to be black, which is going to be 3 over 6. So here you can see the pattern is same for all the 3 combinations, 876 and 876. So total number of balls will keep on reducing because this is without replacement. Now here let us check for the second combination. First, she is going to pick up the black ball, so it is going to be 3 out of 8 times, then the white ball, so it becomes 5 out of 7, and again white, so it becomes 4 over 6, plus for the third combination now, white, that is going to be 5 over 8, followed by a black, 3 over 7, followed by a white, that is 4 over 6. So let us see what value we get here. So this is going to give us the value as 15 over 28. So this is going to be our answer. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out these playlists where you'll find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.